Hi there, it's Meonicorn. Today I'm going to do a book review about Hunger by Roxane. I have planned to do this book review for a long time, but I have waited a little because I won a giveaway in Russell's channel Ink and Paper blog, and I have received this signed copy of Hunger last week in one of my very special day, so I'm super happy about it. Thanks a lot to Russell, and I will link his channel down below. And in this copy I got the card that Russell sent me, and also the signature from Roxane. And I'm super happy about it because I really love this book and I like Roxane's writing, and I believe I will read more of her books in the future. When I first saw the book title Hunger, I thought this is a book about eating disorder, and I have friends who suffer from eating disorder, so I was really curious about this book, and I listening to the audiobook which Roxane herself narrated in a very excellent way. But to my surprise, this is a memoir which eating disorder play a very little role in it, and it is more about rape and rape culture and what it feels like to be a minority at school, and what it is to feel like being an overweighted Black American woman living in America, and some of her thoughts on relationships, either the healthy one or the abused one. In this book, Roxane described how she was gang raped by the boy she liked and some of his friends, and we can tell how these tragedy events influenced her life. And from that time, she chose to eat a lot and gain a lot of weight in order to hide in her body, and her body is the only thing that can give her security that she needs when she grew up. We can see that rape culture play a lot of roles in her story because she was ashamed of herself and she didn't know how to get help from that situation. And I admired her courage to tell her story in the world. I think the telling is very important to her as well as other sexual assault victims. So this book is very open-eyed for me. And I also love how Roxane described her life as an overweight woman in the world and how the overweight was inconvenience for her. I remember there's a scene in this book which Roxane was invited to a party and she was sitting in the chair that has her name on it, and she had to sit on the edge of the chair and support herself by her legs, and throughout the entire time she felt exhausted. But the host of the party didn't notice her difficulties and they didn't plan ahead, and this is one of the many scenes in this book that opened my eye, because before reading this book I have a very few understanding about how overweighted people's difficulty can be, and I'm so glad Roxane spoke out and make other people, at least me, to realize that we should think more about other people, especially when they have difficulties that we are not aware of. And I'm also very impressed by Roxane after her experiences the events that happened in her childhood and also in her teenage life, and she's able to help herself and became this wonderful woman that she is today. I wished more than once that if her family and friends can involve in her recovery journey earlier, maybe she can suffer less. However, I think a person is made of all the experiences that he or she experienced in the past, and I'm very grateful that we have this opportunity that we can read Roxane's story and hopefully be more respectful for others. I give this book 4.5 stars only because I listening to this book on one sitting. I was on a road trip, so some of her story seems a little bit repetitive for me, but I don't think it's a bad thing, just because you can tell from the repeat some events of her life has a really deep influence in her life. And other than that, I think this book is perfect, and I just concluded a very little percentage of the highlights of this book. The rest of it I encourage you to read it and find out yourself. This is a book that is very important and worth reading. And that's my review of Hunger by Roxane, and again, go ahead and read this book. You won't regret it. And until next time, happy reading! Bye!